morning, my darling dreamers. My name is HFIC. For those of you who don't know me, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. We're looking into the next 6 magical months of your life. So, let's get started. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to the channel. I'm offering memberships now, where I will be doing extended readings. All right, first up, we have wisdom. Knowledge gained through experiences or from a wise counselor. You can't teach what you don't know. This includes your own kids, parenting, things at work. And I bring this up because we're not always going to be surrounded. I mean, all our friends aren't going to be academics and scholars and gazillionaires, right? Then where the hell are you going to learn this stuff from, this valuable intel? You're gonna be watching YouTube videos, you're gonna be taking master classes online, and you can absorb a lot of this information for free too, like just finding the main points of, even if you can't afford the book and you don't want to go to the library, you can look up, Google like the main points of the book, the best advice from the book, but don't do nothing. Don't go into the, oh, well, I'm never going to learn anything from the book because I can't buy the book because I'm helpless. Okay? Not doing nothing. Like, if you have friends around you or people around you that also do nothing and their life isn't advancing, do the freaking opposite. Okay? My goal, like, this year is to read at least one book a week. And so far, I've been, like, you know, since the Christmas break, I've been doing like 2 or 3 books a week. Okay. You can do this. Like I said, if you don't want to go through the library, I want you to be a sponge this year. I want you to be a sponge, because when some of your manifestations come quicker, when I say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. It's not just about looking pretty. It's about being, capable to respond. Not react, respond to opportunities. So if this opportunity comes and you're like, okay, but I didn't get my certification or my licensing, or I didn't take that course when I did have downtime, and now that the job is posted, I can't apply because I'm not qualified. That type of thing. Where don't let yourself get behind the 8 ball. Get ahead of it, right? Let's see what we have. Energy activation, connect to the divine through meditation or prayer. We have twin flame, a spiritual connection between you and your twin flame. And then we have fear, expecting the worst, afraid of failure, wasting time on negative thoughts. And then we have dedication, stay dedicated to your goals and efforts. So what I'm getting from this is some of you are going to be asking your spirit guides to release any fear on any love connections, any soul connections, so that you can refocus. Look at, you see these reports, dedication, the learning. Here's the book. Okay. This also has to do with Akashic records. So if some of you have been wanting to learn about past lives, or I'm also hearing civilizations. The other day I was waking up, I heard something about Isis. I just kept hearing Isis, Isis, Isis. And I'm like, I have to look up the goddess Isis. And then someone's like, oh, maybe it's about the terrorist group. Maybe. But I felt like it has something, I looked it up, it has something to do with Egypt. So some of you might feel this like calling to learn about things. And I don't learn, notice I said learn, not master. You don't have to be an expert on this and that and the other, but you don't want to be in the dark about it either, right? You don't want to know nothing about it. So I'm also hearing equipment. I'm seeing a belt. For those of you that follow Christian faith, there's a bunch of scriptures about, I think it's the belt of truth. We talk about in Romans 9, like wearing the full armor of God, the breastplate of righteousness or something, the sword, maybe it's the sword of truth, but there's something about a belt. If you remember what the belt is, that message is for you. Okay. Being armed. So like, no matter what, you know how they say, like, nobody can take your education away from you. And people like to correlate that with a degree. Oh, well, I have my degree. Okay. it's not just that. You have to continue learning throughout your life. And I'm not trying to give you like a geeky reading, but I want you to look at the more you learn, the more you can teach it. Like if you have kids or you're in a leadership position at work, the more you know. We have abundance. There you go. It might help you financially. You might end up learning something this year or within the next 6 months, because I've set the intentions for this reading for the next 6 months until through June and July. You might end up learning something that you end up teaching for profit. So your life can go in a completely different direction right now. You can go from like novice to expert. If we have moving on, endings that bring healthy beginnings. Some of you are going to be changing careers. You're going to be changing careers. I also heard tax bracket. And I heard zip code. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do it. I want to share with you one of my favorite songs. So there's a lot of people that focus, not to say focus, but, you know, they want to attract abundance, wealth, you know, this card, this. I'm focused on what the money brings you. Money brings you choices, right? When you have a day off or you have a week off from work, how do you feel? Do you feel like the master of your ship? Like, I can do whatever I want today. I can choose to go to the movies or stay in or not shower, or I can go to Disney World, or I can drive to the beach, or I can do whatever I want. That freedom is the feeling you want to hold on to for this, okay? Because I want you to keep saying money gives me choices. So focus on the choices. And I was talking about that today with a friend. Like, money gives you the choices, like, to live in certain zip codes, different school systems for your children. It gives you the choices of being a stay-at-home mom or having to work 3 jobs, riding the bus or having a driver. Do you get what I'm saying? Choices. So focus on affirmations that say, like, I have so many choices. Anyway, let me circle back. Beep, beep, beep. Back it up. I was going to share with you this song, but I had to lead you with that so that you know why I love this song. I'm pretty sure it's called I'm Retired. And it's this guy singing about, he's like, I don't know, I don't recall the exact lyrics verbatim, but he's like, I'm retired, I'm not kidding, hang my jersey up. And he's like, his friends are like, oh, come on. He's like, nope. Like, cashing in my chips. I want you to think that, like, your life with your career, like, you're cashing in your chips, you're leaving the table, I'm going home. Like, I don't have to do this anymore. And there's certain things that, like, I mean, who knows? Maybe I already did win the lottery. You would never know, because I would. You guys ever see those memes where they're like, I'm not going to tell people when I win the lottery, but there'll be signs. And you see, like, a big cat outside their house. Like, half of their house is a giant cat. Or it's like a girl with like 10 golden retrievers in a mansion. And you're just like, oh, yeah, something happened. So, I dropped something. Oh, it's my roller. I had rollers in. And rollers in for my club videos. I was like, girls, I'm doing my hair, you know, for my YouTube. Okay, so as I was saying, yeah, I love that song because that focuses, if you focus on the retirement, you can't retire without the bling, bling, ching, ching, right? So if you can manifest retiring, doesn't matter the age. Don't think about that. Like, I'm going to retire. I'm going to live in this home, blah, blah, blah. No. What would you be like? Life be like if you could retire now? Okay. Like, would you have like a vacation house somewhere that you drive to on weekends? Or would you snowbird it? Like, would you go live like if I won the lottery or, you know, was secure enough, you know, to invest in a ton of, what do you call those? Franchises, things like of the sort, I would get a really nice, like, 4 seasons condo residency on Michigan Avenue in Chicago. And then I would have my house here in Florida. And, you know, like, I would go back and forth. I'd have season tickets for the Cubs and the Blackhawks. And I don't know if I can get the Bulls. Yeah, probably. Okay, so if we had to pick, probably Bulls and Cubs. Our Cubbies. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever been to Wrigleyville. It's superb. It really is. So my point is, if I manifested that lifestyle, the money will come. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you can't do it without the money. So it's a byproduct. So that's what I'm trying to share with you for some of you. Okay? And if you envision yourself leading meetings or influencing people in that capacity, you probably see yourself talking and saying things, right? Well, what are you saying? What are you teaching them, right? So you're probably going to feel inspired. You might have more ideas in Aquarius season. Oh my God. Expansion. Look at the city. I was just metropolis here. And then we have deception, false illusions. Listen, guys, you know how they talk about like social media showing you what they want to see? Oh, okay. I wasn't going to share this, but I'll share this. There is a difference there's a difference of mindset between like people that, how do I explain this? Okay, I'll lead this way. A scarcity mindset is going to think as follows. And so I want to give you an example, and I want you to tell me which category you fall in. I wish I could show the pictures. I don't know how to edit things. Maybe that's what I learned. Okay, so there's this pink Stanley Cup, opal, beautiful pink finish. A friend of mine couldn't find it. Well, it's like an online acquaintance. So then I found an identical one. And it does the same thing. Insulated. It's going to keep your drink cold, is it not? Is it not? It's doing its job. And it looks identical. And she goes, no, it doesn't say Stanley on it. So those type of habits aren't going to, how do I say this? They're not going to help you grow, because you also spend money, like you don't challenge or question value on things based on your needs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it can be a similar thing with luxury cars. This one gets you from point A to point B. And I remember when I lived in Connecticut and you drive through a lot of these like wealthy neighborhoods. I don't mean like, oh, they're a little rich. I mean like every house is over $5 million. And I remember seeing like Chevrolets and Fords, SUVs, and all of the driveways. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, those must be the cleaners, or those must be part of the staff coming to do housework and stuff. And I'm reading a lot of finance books right now, and it turns out like 70 to 80% of millionaires and multimillionaires don't drive luxury cars. I'm not going to tell you what they drive, but there's a certain truck, and I'm getting it. There's a certain truck, because if you can buy it in cash, and it's like the #1 truck millionaires buy and drive, because it looks identical to the fucking Range Rover. So the other example I gave you, that person would probably say, let me go into debt buying or leasing a Range Rover instead of driving the identical car, which will save me over $1,000 or $700-800 a month. And I can use that money, and that's now what? Over $8,000 a year towards investments. Because if you have the car for like 5 years, that's like $40,000. Can you justify, because the name is on the car, $40,000 that you could have invested in anything else, a down payment on an investment property, or literally anything else, other businesses that you want to do towards retirement? I want you to start asking these questions. Look at me preaching to you guys. But I'm sharing with you what I'm learning. And some of this is, yeah, it's a lot of common sense. But I'm sharing this with you because I learned it. And that's my point. You can't teach what you don't know. And there's a lot more I'm going to want to teach a lot of you. That's why I'm taking so many master classes. It's going to help put me in a position to be a resource and to be more valuable to you and to the world. But anyway, so I was giving that example. I want you to start thinking like that. Because some people think, oh, it's only this amount a month. Okay, times it by the years. Extract that number. Take a step back and say, oh, wait a minute. That's a liability. I look back on how I wasted money in the beginning when I was younger. And if somebody was like, okay, would you rather have, you know, like when I got out of high school, I spent a lot of money on, you know, BB clothes and all that stuff, and Abercrombie, all of that. I want that money back. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go back and say, Nilsa, honey, buy like one t-shirt. It's called laundry. Do the fucking laundry and wear it again. All right? Okay. I am getting more in a uniform state of mind as well. I know that happens to a lot of people. They're like, all right, if I like something and the pants fit perfect, stretchy jeans will change your life. Stretchy shorts, change your life. Because, you know, women, we bloat and we go back. We bloat and we go back. So, like, Tommy Bahama shorts, they have a lot of, like, stretchy denim. And I was, you know, sharing with my sister-in-law, I was like, multiply it by price per wear. So, like, I think the shorts are like $60, $70. But if I'm wearing them 2-3 times a week, you know what I mean? 2 or 3 times a week. And then it'll like eventually round out to like 60 cents per a wear because I wear them. I've had them for years. Versus if I went and got some shorts at like Target or Walmart and it was fast fashion, so I wore them maybe like 2 or 3 times and they were only $30 and I wore them like 1 or 2 or 3 times. Okay, that was like $15 per wear. I want you to look at clothes and be realistic about it. Am I going to wear this once or can I see myself wearing it all the time? If you are going to wear like jeans or shorts or work pants 2 or 3 times a week, yeah, spend the money for sure. But if it's something that you wear maybe twice, and I'm getting like that with holiday clothes too. I'm like, okay, I'm going to wear this Christmas sweater maybe twice. And there's a lot of stuff I talked myself, I coached myself out of buying because of that price per wear. I'm like, how many times am I going to wear this? How many times? So you end up learning yourself. Learn yourself as well. That's a good message. Oh, honey, we have retreat. Time spent alone. Reflection on past and current situation. All right. Learn yourself. Reflect on yourself. And you can do that when you have some time later or when you do laundry. Notice what your, like if, I don't know if you have a photographic memory or anything like that, but remember what you're taking out of the dryer. Visualize if you can think about the last time you did laundry and you were taking your clothes out, right? And now think about the past month. All the clothes you're taking out and you're putting away. Can you remember like the pants or the jeans, right? If there's a certain pair that stick out to you right away and you see them again or something, you can buy like 2 of the same. And there's nothing wrong with that. Buy like 2 or 3 of the same exact ones and you know you're going to wear them all the time. You're going to have them for years and they look great on you. That's called an investment. Because if you feel like, well, those are in the wash, now I need to buy a bunch of more pants, but you feel like you have to have something different, that's where you get into the fast fashion, and that's where you get into wasting money. I'm going to give you a perfect example. This fucking jacket. I spent like $120 on it, and I wore it maybe twice. That's like $60 per wear. And it's way too big on me now. I'm wearing it now because of that. Like, because I'm like, I have to get one more wear out of this at least. So I didn't waste the money. But this was before I knew better. That's my point. When I get pink stuff, I know myself, know thyself. I'm going to wear it all fucking time. I'm getting my money's worth. So I want you to start thinking like that. Okay. Now we have obsession. Focusing too much on one situation, they need to take a step back. We have stress, cleanse and detoxify. And then we have divine counterpart. Okay, so this explains why. So last year, and look, love ears, a passionate connection. This explains why some of you are going to be calling to your guides like, listen, they've been stealing time, money, energy, I mean, well, I've been volunteering. You could say I've been volunteering time, money, energy, like, right? And like, this kid's not even looking. You know what he's not fucking looking at? And neither is this bitch. You know what they're not fucking looking at? Their work, themselves, things that are going to upgrade them. And like I said, it could be little things. I'm not telling you guys to go back to school and get your master's degree. What I'm telling you is that you're probably like they're looking at their picture, looking at old pictures. You should be looking at pages on a book. That's what you have to tell yourself. Is this motherfucker or bitch? Excuse my language. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. It's unladylike. Is this person stealing time from me? That's my time that goes into reinventing or investing in myself. You're not getting that back, babe. Right? So I just heard put it down. So you're gonna be like, all right, let me put the phone down and pick up something else. It's almost like a trade. And then you can, there's nothing wrong with that. But if I think last year there was a lot of, I don't want to say like focus, that's a bad word. Distraction with love connection. And this year, you're going to be pivoting back into like learning. I also wanted to share with you a few things about like the timeline. So, I don't know if we like shifted another timeline, but back during my first spiritual awakening, everybody kept sending me crystals. Like even people, I could have bought something random and there'd be a crystal in it. Okay. And it's the same thing here. Like, I mean, it's been happening lately. People are sending me crystals. People are sending me crystals. Okay. Oh, I used the wrong deck. This is this is Future Higher Self deck. I love this deck though. It's called Future Higher Self. Dear future husband. Here's the oracle. Okay, here. Whoops. Sorry. This is going to be a longer reading. Let's try and be quick. Tell them what they need to know next 6 months. Chickadee boo. This one's for you. Okay, I'm also going to share with you, since I'm going to be pulling love messages, though. I'm like telling you now to focus on love, and then I'm like, oh, by the way, here's some love messages. I got this song. I don't know where it came from. If you are watching this and you are a Kenny Chesney fan, first of all, you're awesome. Secondly, a song came to me and I don't know where it came from. It goes, I mean, I know the song, but I don't know where it came from. It's like wintertime. When the sun goes down, we'll be grooving when the sun goes down. Feeling all right when the sun shines down. Over the water, everything gets better, hotter when the sun goes down. So if that song is like important for you in your life, or your connection, or whatever, I'm so glad that you found us. Here we have fourth quarter. All right, October, November, December. Here is a tree. I just heard make like a tree and get out of here, butthead. That is from Back to the Future. Okay, so somebody from the past is going to be returning around then. The leaves are falling and leaving. So there's going to be actually like new connections, people or students coming into your life by the end of next year that are going to be leaving and a counterpart coming in. And we have desert, high, dry, barren, extreme. So you're going to go from a period of almost like not seeing them and having other people to other people leaving, and then they come in. And we have travel. Some of you are going to be going to a city and you're like, oh, that's great. City, literally. But it could, you're like, yeah, a lot of people travel, but I was thinking you're moving or it's for work. Then we have signing contracts, all right, work. And then something going viral. So somebody could actually end up recruiting you. Windfall of money. So earlier somebody got the abundance card. Windfall of money. So last year was a year of 7. That was a year of possibilities. That's it, numerically, right? A year of possibilities, a year of almost. 2023 and I told people this before, was a year is going to be almost there, really close, no cigar. And you might have felt that way, like you got a text message from your beloved but not a phone call, or you got a date but not a wedding, that type of thing. Thank you. Unexpected visitor. Pop up. We have tropical, humid palm trees, improving health. So somebody going on a vacation. We have a new home. We have entrepreneurs. So some of you might be moving to another city, but you might be able to work from home. And that could be like the social media thing as well. Improving health. So someone's going to be going on a vacation for their mental health. Self-improvement, inner work, change, confidence, development, personal growth. You're developing yourself, but it's almost like you're being, I don't say your own teacher, but your own principal or something. You're like trying to write a curriculum. Okay, back to numerology. Sorry about me going on a tangent. So the year 8 is also about making connections that are going to last. And it's about movement. It's about speed. It's about mastering. If you think about like the 8 of Pentacles card, mastering performance, getting things right, ready to rock and roll, staying ready, getting engaged. That literally says getting engaged. Committed relationship. And then we have animals. You could be getting, somebody could be getting engaged and then getting a cute baby pet bunny. I'm seeing somebody with a ferret as well. That's specific, a ferret. Strong physique, so working out. We have good news and a new project, business, passion, home. So one of your new projects for this year as well is your mental health. Some of you could have new fitness goals, which you're probably thinking, yeah, Nelsa, everybody has fitness goals. Right, but I'm hearing finding something you love, passion. And what I mean by that is, if you really think that going to the gym and going on the treadmill for 30 minutes and leaving is doing fucking anything, it's not. Because if you burned 120 calories and you have 2 cookies, you actually gained more calories. Okay? So you're not doing anything. That's why they call it a treadmill. It's not. It's helping to keep your blood pumping. It's not helping to lose a ton of weight. You have, muscle burns fat. You have to be lifting weights as well, or doing resistance bands. All right? Here I am I'm not trying to beat you up, but anyway, some of you are going to okay, so anyway, the point is that if you don't really like going to the gym because you're doing stupid shit like that, you find like a karate class or kickboxing class, or you join like a rowing team, or you start swimming. You're going to do something different that helps you lose weight. That's fun for you. If it's fun, you will go. If it's working, you know, they call it working out. But a lot of people love dancing because you get endorphin. And they've proven too, that's why your playlist matters, what you listen to when you're working out. If you're getting endorphins and then you're getting more endorphins, like double the endorphins because you're having fun, like the dopamine with endorphins, it helps you lose weight faster. So that's why a lot of people like working out with a friend. So they make them laugh. They're talking to them a little bit. You're in a good energy. Music that you really love that pumps you up. And then if you're having fun like dancing, you're tricking your brain basically. Okay, let's get you a love message. I can't eat, can't sleep, can't breathe without you. Learning I was wrong. Did a whole like 30 minutes about guys need to learn stuff. So while you're learning new shit to be smarter, and so you don't have to work harder later, I feel like this is saying somebody has some shame, some regret, and everything makes them think about it. They're getting triggered and reminded. Like when they're trying to sleep, when they're eating, they're thinking about, damn, I was an asshole. I'm sorry for my injustices. Yeah, they're like, wow, I was an asshole. But you kept triggering me. You bring out the beast in me. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. The spell will be broken. Okay. What I said about the timelines feeling like they're shifting. It was weird because like some people I was like really close to, now I'm strangers with. Where they're like you get what I'm saying? And it feels like maybe it's because like that timeline changed and it like it switches back. You could like reconnect with old friends and like it's like you're back on track, if that makes sense. So like I said, I'm getting tons of crystals like I used to. Like eventually I would buy my own crystals, but now everyone's feeling compelled to bring them to me. The universe is like, everyone's like, here, you need this crystal, I picked it out for you. And I remember that happening. It would like freak me out almost, like, wow, wow, wow. And I kept them all of them on my altar. So, just interesting. I think that means too that more people are going to find me that need to learn from me or learn from my videos. All right, spirit baby's pushing to be born. You know why that's funny? Do you know why that's funny? Because I have all these decks set aside to film a spirit baby reading next. And so I'm just going to preview for you who I picked, Stitch, because of that song. The when the sun goes down. So it's like about the beach, and we have Stitch, who was in Hawaii. Hawaii, right? Hawaii, Hawaii. One more. Meeting you was written in the stars. My heart knows it wants you. And guys, this deck is by La Bellanima 13. And, oh, I forgot to tell you. I got this one on Etsy. Oh, I can't see who it's by. Just look it up on Etsy. It's called Oracle Year Ahead. She made it specifically for like those extended, you know, like the longer forecasted readings. Longer forecasted readings. All right. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and join the membership if you want to. I'll see you real soon.